All right, guys. Dave from Nerdarchy, for Nerds by Nerds. Hanging with you guys again. I got some nerds with me as well as intern Kyle.
Going all the way live. Nerdarchy's Ryan here.
And Nerdarchy's Ted.
So, oh my God, it's rough, man. It's the day after, the day after Iron Fist just dropped. It's not easy.
Yeah, so I guess when people get around to it in the chat,
oh my God, it's rough,
everybody
man.
can comment
It's the day after,
who all got Iron Fisted between last night and today. So hashtag Iron Fisted.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are binge watching. Now we're laughing at our intern struggling over there.
It sure really is.
Trying to turn down volume.
Way to not mute it, Dave.
Yeah.
But don't blame Dave. It's clearly your fault.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Red shirt material.
Hey, anybody know where we can send our intern out to go get us a video structure? It's very important. Kyle, do you guys sell those at GameStop?
Video structure?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Really? Could you check for me?
Is that for
Thanks,
is that when DVDs get damaged?
Yeah, you kind of stretch them into place and it kind of fills in.
No. I was thinking of like the actual stretcher.
No.
Yeah, you'll have to explain this to me sometime off camera. Or is it a bullshit made up thing?
You guys are blue collar enough,
Yeah.
I guess. It's like, you get
tell
the
it's
new
not
guy at
bullshit,
work.
okay.
And, if you're a carpenter, it's a lumber stretcher. If you do
yeah.
concrete work, it's a concrete stretcher.
I was about to say, that's not a thing. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
He's making it up. He's making it up as it goes along.
Yeah, he is.
So back on the Iron Fist, we had a little bit of conversation off camera. Dave, you're 11 episodes in already.
Yeah, I'm like 11 deep.
I'm 7 down, and
Stop your lying. We don't talk to each other when we're not. No, so yeah, I'm only 4 episodes in for my Iron.
Actually, I kind of did it by accident. I screwed up, right? So Monday night, we were supposed to get this like killer storm and get a foot of snow. So I'm like, I need to get all the videos done, rendered, uploaded, in case I lose power or
galvanize,
internet.
sanitize for your protection.
Yeah, it's, making sure we get it out there for you guys. And so I did that, right? Getting up at like 6 in the morning, working until 2:30 in the morning. And then I'm like, all right, good. It's done. I'm done with video. I don't have to do anything with the videos for the rest of the week. Last night, it was like 10 o'clock. I I don't have any gameplays set up for tomorrow. And gameplays take a long time to render.
So
anybody who's done video out there,
apologize about that, guys. That's
for what? The gameplays are going up.
Oh, you got it done.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get shit.
Apology retracted.
Yeah.
Apology retracted.
I'm not sorry. Dave is just that much extra awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, there's only one thing for me to do: stay up and watch Iron Fist while videos render.
Sounds like a plan.
That was my plan.
It's a hard night.
Yeah.
So I knew we were going to ask Dave, so I went ahead and started the sound off. We got Sweden, ABQ, Cleveland, Illinois, North Carolina, Canada, cold Canada, Los Angeles.
Whenever you say ABQ, you got to say who it is in case Ryan knows.
Okay, ABQ. Do you know Ed Fleming? It's always Ed Fleming.
I do not know.
Well, he's moving out of ABQ soon. So.
Oh, word.
Just like Ryan did.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't know, do we berate the intern for not allowing you to do the shout out?
No, that's okay. It's good.
He
He's
can't
doing
be in
his
2
job.
places at once. Yeah.
Yeah. The intern is doing awesome.
All right.
Even if we hear kind of dicks to him sometimes.
Sometimes?
Namely Dave.
Yeah. So my son is in track and field, and he was doing something, and he messed up, right? Because it was the first time he did it. So I was like, what did the coach blow the whistle at you and yell at you and stuff? He's like, no. He just told me it was bad or whatever. I'm like, he's not doing it right. I need to show up with a whistle and maybe 1 or 2 minions with whistles as well to properly berate you. I have interns for this. I know it.
Drop and give me 20. No, you're properly do it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, never done track and field a day. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I just know as a coach, you should probably have a whistle.
Yeah.
I can do the track part, not so much the field.
So is anybody gaming this weekend? I think we're not actually gaming this week.
There's a chance, depending upon the kids' behavior, that we might be doing an effect readings.
Oh, okay. So basically, you're bribing them. If they behave themselves, they get to play. Are they gonna be able to survive with their party being down 1 member? That's the question.
I don't know. So
it's just the kids.
It'll be just the kids.
Yeah.
You should give them like super awesome stuff so your wife is so jealous when she gets back.
There you go. So I actually brought it up kind of like just off the cuff of the idea of he's got all these kids toys that like you could just use those for your terrain and then find miniatures that are kind of appropriate too. Like I don't know, you're probably running it completely theater of the mind or
there's not a whole lot that goes on miniature wise, there's nothing that I've seen so far that's like, all right, this fits. This
So you're
fits
not
the
running No Thank You Evil War Mass combat system, apparently.
No.
I know what you're going to get to with kids doing that. You're going to get
Yeah.
so they better not be fragile minis.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't use like your D&D minis. I would use like their toys.
Someone
like,
else's D&D minis.
Action figures. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been really great. Like he has, Ted has Super Dungeon Explorer just off to my right here. Like I wouldn't, trust your children with those figures because they're so cool. But you could use their toys.
They're hardy though, right? They're chunky.
Yeah,
so
they're
you could still break them. There's things that could get glued together,
Right.
like that dog demon figure or whatever. Like which
they're,
is so neat.
they're a little bit, I guess chibi, is that the proper
chibi style. Yeah.
The original Super Dungeon Explorer box set was you had to assemble the the Forgotten King. That series is got
bullshit. Assembling is bullshit.
Well, the Forgotten King doesn't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Lots of assembly required.
For the first one, not Forgotten King.
Yeah.
So those are fully ready to go.
Is it Forgotten King's Thunder?
No.
No, you're confusing that with Sky King's Thunder.
Yeah. Forgotten Sky King's Thunder. Yeah. I forgot.
It looks like Eric DeSmet actually uses Legos for terrain when he runs things with his 10-year-olds.
Oh yeah, I've heard of people actually for like con games and things like that, like making all the terrain out of Lego pieces that they modularly will put down as the adventure proceeds.
There is a whole series of gamers that use Legos for everything. They mod the minifigures to suit the player characters. They come up with interesting things for the actual monsters.
Very dark sect of tabletop RPGs where they're just using Legos.
I wouldn't quite say it's dark.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it's not standard.
So you guys, if you have any questions, fire away. We got Kyle over there and
manning the chat
for us, and he'll bring them to our attention. We need to give him like a signal or something so we know when he's got something for us, like maybe one of these or something.
Yeah.
So
use the signal like Team America.
So as always, everything that we've done over the past week is down below. The list is growing quite extensively as Dave started something new this week. Actually, something news. If you want to go into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I've been doing these daily live chats. I don't know, you guys. We've been getting 40 to 100 people showing up for them. So it hasn't been bad at all. Yesterday was our lightest day, and I suspect it was because of the release of Iron Fist.
People were just binging.
Yeah.
They're just tired.
I'm blaming Finn anyway,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm going with.
Yeah. So that's a distinct possibility. So yeah, Dave's had random people on having conversations for about an hour. We had Brian Feaster who designed Over Legend, so that was really cool. We had one of our Nine of the Nag Patreon supporters, Kurt, who you had an interesting discussion with him, and also before that. Christopher Scott Evans. Yeah. Christopher Scott Evans. What is it? CSE. We'll just go with the initials for now.
He is like one letter short of being a serial killer.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, if it was Evan instead of Evans, that's definitely serial killer territory right there.
Maybe.
3 first names.
Yeah.
Oh no, look it up, man.
It's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
It's
Yeah.
a thing.
So Dave's been in really good company with those chats, and we're trying to have a bunch of interesting guests lined up at some point.
Next week's pretty much booked.
Oh, wow.
I don't even think I have one day open left. I got Monday is Professor Bell from Comic Book University.
Really awesome dude. So he
I'm-
might even show up. A lot of times he catches the live stream. So we see him.
So I'm thinking maybe we'll do like a non-spoiler Iron Fist
Mhm.
discussion maybe, and,
Cool.
and he could actually go into like the history of the character
Because he'll be quite more knowledgeable.
and all the other characters. He's
I'll
really
try
great
and
at that
see if
stuff.
I can arrange my time to get in on that.
We didn't say you were invited.
Oh, my apologies.
It's a private sort of
I'll allow Dave to just.
No, you're more than welcome. Also, Tuesday we're doing we're getting together with some of the staff writers, and hopefully they can reveal some of the stuff that's going on with the adventure they created to give away for International Tabletop Day on Nerdarchy's behalf. So that's really awesome. I'm curious to learn some more about that. I know, like Scott Garby was like 6,000 words, and then I was talking to Doug. He's like, "Nah, it's way past that."
12,000.
Yeah.
Well, I know when we were doing our own modules, the 2 of them wound up being released on the website. Those were aiming in the 10 to 15,000. So
Yeah.
I know how much work goes into that. So
Thursday, I got a game designer coming on. I got to get the details with that, and I'm looking over his game now. I got Scott looking into it. Yeah, it's funny. Like Scott is like a bulldog. I gave it to him last night, I think, at like 3 a.m, I'm on the phone with him, and he's telling me about it, and like how do you even digest so much information so rapidly? So I'm like, I put my guy on it so that I can get the crib notes. But it's this like arcane
Cryptomancer.
Cryptomancer is the name of the game, and it meshes like hacking and fantasy together. And I've only kind of glanced at it a little bit. As soon as you open it up, everything looks like code and data, and the table of contents all looks like that too. It looks really cool.
So it's like, yeah, you know what? When you said cryptomancer, I'm thinking like cryptozoology, so Loch Nessie and things like that.
And the creators are both work in cybersecurity, so they're kind of like going at it as their like selling point. I'm not so sure about that part because I don't really care about how like authentic something is or how crunchy it is or how realistic it is when I'm playing RPGs. But I know some people really like that shit.
Simulationist as fuck.
And some people really do get into it. So the fact that it does have authentic backgrounds is a selling point.
And then we have the original DMG coming on Friday morning.
Oh, cool.
Friday afternoon. Yeah. And for him, it's like time travel or something. It's actually going to be Saturday or something. I'm not entirely sure. But Garrett's going to be on. We'll be talking about some stuff. Yo, if you guys hate when he puts videos on our channel, you can come and yell at him.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. So maybe we can get some other like niche creators or niche YouTubers, that do other RPG related stuff or geeky stuff.
Yeah, I reached out to Keith Baker because I really love Everon, so I'm hoping he'll get that.
And his writing was fantastic too. Like he's a pretty damn good novelist, just by and large too.
So if you are out there and you would like to get in on the live chats, you can reach us at nerdarchy@gmail.com.
And please be doing something cool and interesting.
Yes.
There's a lot of cool fans. We got like thousands of fans that would want to be on the show with us, and that would be great. But we want to be making it entertaining for everybody watching.
Yeah, basically, it's kind of like people that have a thing to plug, or like they're just doing something in the niche. Like, I don't care if you're making like cool, like geeky or fantasy flavored music or something like that. Like, yeah, maybe at some point you could have like one of the dudes from the Flux Capacitors on.
Oh yeah, that would actually be a great idea.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So we do have a question. Ed Fleming asks, how often does weather play a part in your games? How do you handle it?
We actually did a video on weather.
I believe it's titled "Weather or Not." No, it's not, but it should be.
And
probably a better title than the actual title.
There are things that come up, and some DMs use a random weather chart. Some DMs just like, all right, well, whenever I feel like adding it in.
Yeah, I used it in the last game I ran for you guys. I mean, it's just as flavor.
Yeah. It's weird too. Like, it's how much verisimilitude that you want to appear in your game. Like, it's either you can randomly roll everything and let just sort of the world happen around the players, or you can decide from a narrative point. I just want things to proceed in such a way as the dungeon master. So, I mean, it's either which way. I think the sort of letting the world sort of proceed organically, it is a really interesting procedural way to generate things. So it's kind of cool.
I mean, if you're aware of what season it is in the game that you're running and what the appropriate weather range would be, you could totally be like, all right, well, I'm going to roll within this with it having a 70% chance for this.
There's probably a random table somewhere that already did that.
But I mean, there's also the chance, like, if you want to use just a random weather chart and, okay, why on earth is it snowing in the middle of summer, and you totally improv that shit, you could have some awesome things happen. Or you could be like, fold that crap. It's supposed to be 90 degrees. It is not going to freaking snow.
Well, but here's the thing, right?
Rain
seasonal stuff like precipitation, like which could be snow or could be.
But I know there's random weather charts that don't take seasons into account. There's weather dice that don't take seasons into account. So you can go any which way you like.
Flame the Winter Court.
Yeah, that's a way to do it.
And if you get a weird roll, then you might be like, oh well, this is something to explore.
Cold Miser. It was the
Cold Miser, Winter Court. You could have a Frost Giant Jarl who's doing something funky with the weather.
Yeah, it could become something. Or
you could totally use it to have your players throughout your adventure you plan.
Well, there's that as well.
That is the struggle of introducing interesting things into your game randomly, or just as a off the cuff type thing. There's a good possibility they will take it and run with that.
Yeah, well,
It
that's
does
where
happen.
you write your material to, and then there you go. The adventure goes where the players do.
So Eric Morgan wants to know, how many sets of dice do you guys own?
Oh crap!
42.
I've bought a couple of those different bags full of dice because
Well, the bag of holding and the bag of devouring each come with like 18 to 20 sets right there.
yeah, because I wanted the bags so.
I have probably 30 or 40 pounds worth of dice.
Yeah, it doesn't measure in sets anymore. It's just poundage, raw tonnage.
I've bought a whole bunch of different stuff, and I'm always looking to kind of collect more and do more. It's kind of a crazy personality that I have.
The weights and measurements people show up every once in a while to look over Ted's dice and make sure he's within operating parameters.
I'm no Kevin Cook.
Yeah, I only have like maybe 13, 16 sets, something like that. So only. So yeah, there we go. Was there anything? Oh, yeah. So we talked about the daily videos, but we also didn't talk about the shorts and what people think about those. And so
Nerdarchy shorts. Would you wear them?
Yeah, Nerdarchy the shorts.
Yeah. So these have been a little hot button-ish. So basically, I have viewers submitting to us like interesting or funny or particularly helpful little tidbits from different videos that they've watched. So like if they'll send something over to nerdarchy@gmail.com with a video name and the timestamp, and we grab that, we turn it into its own little video that we throw up there. I'm trying to label them so like if you're the kind of person that's going to get offended by seeing a 40-second clip or a 2-minute clip or whatever, that you'll be able to hopefully eventually be able to recognize them and go, oh, I'm just going to skip that kind of thing because I'm not interested. But some of the rest of you might be interested and see what we pull out. We also link to the larger piece of content with those as well. So if it was something, maybe it was a video you missed, or we do it so that because it's just a really specific point in the video, we can keyword it different and put it out there for different audiences to check out. So maybe it's another way for them to find Nerdarchy. And we can also take it and put them on other pieces of social media as well.
Yeah, because limitations with things like you can do longer videos on Facebook, but generally you want to keep it within 2 to 3 minutes. Like that's kind of how content plays on there. So it's just a consideration on our part. And what we're trying to do is, if a video has something that's either like, I don't know, inspiring or insightful or just you find funny, those are the kinds of things we want to share out and clip it out. So we're going to be working on that. I might even do something with the thumbnail design to help push the idea that it'll flag those videos as being a short video. So like bigger text and things that kind of let people know.
Yeah. So this way, because already they get more dislikes than any of our other content for the most part. And we know what it is. We know you guys are like 40 seconds. That's not enough Nerdarchy. Well, I don't know. We got like 1,600 videos up, so you can go dig in there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, and what it's going to do is like different people sort of join into Nerdarchy at different times. Like it's like how what's his face? Stan Lee used to say every Marvel comic somebody's first, right? Well, like every Nerdarchy video could be somebody's first, and it helps us sort of like unarchived and unearth some older videos and kind of get them in front of people that may not have come across them, maybe not had thought to search for that specific video.
Oh, and then someone else is like, well, someone had asked, why on Facebook don't you link directly to the video? Because on Facebook, we don't. I try and put it in the comments, but if you actually put it in the post itself, Facebook penalizes you and won't show that content to your Facebook fans.
Facebook and YouTube don't play nice these days, like because they're trying to. I think there's actually going to be eventually like a way to do like advertising videos on Facebook's going to have like the way YouTube does, where advertising will show in front of videos. Like that, I think is down the pipeline eventually, and that's why they're hostile to YouTube, because they're like, "This is our property, bitch. You can't come onto our turf." And
well, it's not just YouTube though. They're kind of hostile to any outbound links, just because they
want to keep people on Facebook. Yeah. Because again, like the money thing, serving ads. You know how it is, guys. No money, no problems. That's it. No loot, no problems.
So Dragon Sheath was cool enough not Dragon Sheath. Dogmite was cool enough to send us a Dragon Sheath.
It's a sheath suitable for a dragon.
And basically what this is it's hand carved. A lot of workmanship went into that thing. You can put like a set or two of dice in there, a pen, super strong magnets. And
How do they work?
how do they even work? And there's room for like one mini if he fits the right way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a little
So-
compact, like little. It's like a gamer go bag or go box that you put in your go bag.
Yeah, so one side of this one is like half a demon or orc's face, and the other side is, to me, it looks like a greatsword.
I guess if you get two of them, like maybe they'll go together, so it forms like a full orc head or Voltron.
Maybe. So, as usual, whenever we get this kind of stuff, one, thank you, Dogmite, for sending it to us, and two, we are going to add this into the mix for. We have to get a bit closer to that. We're going to add this into the mix
For the giveaways?
for our monthly giveaways, which maybe you want to know how you can get involved in that. And one is, if you're a patron, you are automatically included in our monthly drawings, or you can actually mail into the PO box.
The PO box is Nerdarchy.
Which, no, it's going to be in the description because you're not going to remember this. You're not going to write this down. It's just going to be in the description.
There is a contest section on our website that you can go to. It has the address. It has the proper form that you need to fill out. I don't know if it's been modified since the cruise option went away, but
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, it is an absolutely good question.
Our website guys should get on that.
But yeah, by the legal discourse, like we have to create a free option for people to enter, and blow up, we have it.
And not only that too, like by the terms and services for Patreon, you can't have a level that is for contests with Patreon.
Right. So we don't.
We just automatically enter for you at any level of Patreon.
Right. There you are.
If you're not a patron, you have to actually enter yourself.
And Bob's Ted's uncle.
Yeah.
True fact.
The DMG info wants to know if Kyle S is wearing a spiffy tie today.
No.
Sadly, I'm not.
I think he's overwatching it today. Yeah.
yeah.
A little bit of everything. I got some Overwatch and Destiny.
Oh, is that what the jacket is?
Yes.
Overwatch?
And then he's got this crazy ass Dick Tracy smartwatch that does like I don't know, like it repositions satellites and shit like that. Kids these days with their gadgets and things.
Slowly becoming a
come on.
cyborg.
He is, yeah. He's working on being a cyborg.
Yeah. So yeah, he definitely got some demerits for not following the dress code this live chat.
Which when he showed up in the shirt and tie, we basically just wrote that into the dress code.
Yeah. He created it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, do we want to discuss the not Nate in the room?
Yeah. We could. He died. No, tragically.
But he's risen as a lich, which is very exciting. Great news, everyone! Yeah.
I'm sure that's what he would have wanted.
Nate, we're gonna have videos with Nate from Licharchy, for liches by liches.
Yeah.
It's gonna be geared. We're gonna do a spin-off channel, geared towards undead. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, so he's been feeling a little under the weather the last couple of days. He had some like anxiety things going on, and he'd gone to the hospital, which I feel comfortable telling you guys because he said it in the video, the live chat yesterday, and ended up bowing out on us a little bit early, and he was going to the doctors today to see what's going on, and so no, he's not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Yeah.
I mean, they're working on this phylactery is really what's happening.
Yeah. And then he's got to drink the concoction that's going to kill him and ultimately
Well,
turn him
make him
into-
rise again.
He's got to kill his wife first, isn't it? Why don't you have to kill the person that you love the most? Isn't that the way?
I think that's like a vampire or something.
Oh.
It might be the wrong undead.
Yeah, I think that's just like the GM fucking with you. Like, you didn't really have. Yeah. Sorry, you killed your father and all, but as you said, it was the only way to set him free.
Oops.
I know, yeah. No,
You should have read the fine print.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, has anybody mentioned in the chat about the daily live chats? Because I'd like to know, guys, if you're enjoying them, if you're able to make them, how many of you guys are there. I find the really cool part about doing them is we're getting a lot of people overseas.
Yeah.
Like I think
Because the timing just works out, right?
Yeah, I think we're getting like the night owls over there. So we're getting like England and Sweden and Germany. So I always find that really cool to see which the far corners of the earth we get to reach into.
Far flung, yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty neat that's happening. I've been able to lurk on a few, but like I can't really be active in the chat because I'm supposed to be also working in my day job. So it's
Works
a
for suckers.
little tricky.
I see Kyle over there chuckling and stuff.
Mainly
just
because
talking
I'm
to
getting
themselves,
questions geared toward me now.
Oh.
You guys can go home. I'll take it from
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. That's all right. Use those questions. We'll field them.
So, Dave, what is Kyle's favorite racing class?
Kyle, let's see. He looks kind of half elfish and probably a rogue.
Fair enough.
So,
There we go.
might be stereotyping. I don't know.
How accurate is that?
That's pretty accurate. I would probably say more toward Wood Elf. They get that, like, that sneaky stealth kind of thing going on. Health Elves are overrated. But yeah, the Rogue's pretty awesome.
But do you get the extra 5 foot of movement? That's the real question.
There you go.
Depends how much coffee he's drinking.
Yeah. Oh, like,
All right, the next Kyle related question.
like the squirrel from what is that? Happily Ever After? No, what is that?
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Hoodwinked?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's a little bit older. It didn't get as much publicity, but the squirrel, when they give him coffee, he goes nuts.
The squirrel goes nuts.
It's like
Got it.
it's like a haste
Yeah.
potion. Pun not intended.
Also, like Dresden Files, when his potions of haste they make there, like caffeine was one of the core ingredients.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So,
maybe they're channeling a little Jim Butcher on that one.
Good news is it looks like we're back on task here. Everybody's talking about the live chats. DMG says that, the DMG info says that they're actually at 3 a.m. in the Far East. So
Nice.
land of the rising sun while the sun's like in the process of rising.
That was our strategy all along, to get the people that are up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
in the Far East.
that's marketing.
There we are. You want to strike here, and here.
But here, only at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also, there's a little bit of lag between us talking and then when it actually gets to them out there in the interweb somewhere. I think because of the camera setup, we like lag going to the live stream, and then the live stream has its own little delay. So we're like 6 seconds behind. Super lag. It's like time travel. It's almost like time zones, only smaller.
Only like time zone. So apparently there's a time zone across here between us and Kyle. Huh?
There is.
So this morning, I'd already mentioned the gameplay went up, but it was Scat Garabay's Gamma World game, and we're having a lot of fun with that one. And I'm gonna let you know somebody dies in that game.
Spoilers.
Yeah, we have a character death, but I will not tell you who.
So as another thing too, and I'd reached out to, we had the game that fizzled, where it was an urban sort of Underdark game. But so Natalie, who's a really great role player, who was on that, at some point when one of the 2 games that are going on right now wraps up, I want to get her and her husband in on a game, and so hopefully I can take a run at the DM reins. So that's a little thing to foreshadow here. But I'm thinking a gothic horror D&D style game in our region of Fausthaven.
Cool. So what I'm hearing is I should probably just TPK the party.
Yeah. If you could get right on that, that would be great. I need you to come in tomorrow.
Well, actually, with that party, it's not too hard, right? At least 3 of the I would say at least 4 of the players. All I have to do is put out a challenge is way beyond something they can handle,
And they'll go for it.
They will absolutely go after
Hook,
it.
line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Falcor, on the other hand, will just turn tail and, no pun intended, run away and live another day.
Gabelos and Allen.
And Tori too.
Oh,
Like, like I introduced basically a demigod level threat, and they're trying to like get to it with grappling hooks. And
Well, I mean, come on. Clearly, there was gaming content in front of them, so they should be able to deal with it, right? That should be the way
I
it
think
works.
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
You don't get put onto a stage in a video game before you're able to handle that level of threat.
we were like 3rd or 4th level at that point in time. It should have been no
Totally.
problem to take out a W.
Pansy, come back.
They're
you
like, we
pansy.
just went through a save point. We got this. Well, I guess you guys are about to level up, so that'll be 12. They're like 8 levels away. It only
Well,
took
we
2
are-
years to get to level 12.
We
so-
are level 12. You gave us the
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it only took 2 years to get to level 12. How long could it possibly take for another 8 levels to finish out the campaign?
Right. We'll see how it goes. Also, too, though, like within those 2 years, there was a couple of months I think where we didn't have game happening, so that delays a little bit.
Wow, only 1 or 2, believe it or not.
Strangely enough, we
Yeah.
managed to only miss like 2 sessions in 2 years.
We've been able to stay on track. This is the longest running campaign, like
In
real
a-
world time.
In a long while, yeah.
But it helps too because we only run
once a month.
once a month. Ted's games is a little bit closer to mine to wrap it up because we're level 13.
Yep.
So and level 13 with a session under our belt. So
It's a whole level and a half difference between the games.
Yeah.
You actually were like at one point in time on the same boat as I was about like, okay, every 2 sessions was a level. And
then I did like 3, and
then you like stretched it out. Like I actually did have one where there was 3 because I had planned on you guys fighting the Death Tyrant, and that's when you guys were going to level. And then like half the party wasn't going to be there. I'm like, well, I can't have you guys going in against them. That many men down.
Well, you think that's bad? I ran the Scarlet Sisterhood for 5 sessions, and I just finally leveled them.
Yeah, you also had them start really high too. So.
Yeah, they started at 6th level. So
well, early on, yeah, I had the same kind of thing. There were many sessions where you guys just didn't level.
All right,
now
we may get a lot of hate for this, or me particularly, but yeah, the guys out there, like really dungeon masters, game masters, keeping track of the XP is just bullshit. I'm just gonna say, I think it's bullshit. Like we were just past it. Like actually, what really brought this home was Pathfinder Society. Oh, just X amount of sessions, and you just level your character. Like just do that. Like it's so arbitrary, and it doesn't matter if you kill 12 orcs or 20. Just level them when you feel appropriate.
The only situation...
As the dungeon master, as players, you only get to arbitrarily decide to level your character.
your statement about the orcs just makes me think of the Spelljammer game that I ran, where I just threw orcs in there for flavor, really. Yeah. And like every round, like hundreds of them would just die for no reason.
I've been told I have to tell you guys to shut the F up because we have some more questions from the chat here.
We interrupted. Reaction.
Erados wants to know what from 3rd edition needs to be ported over to 5th edition.
Well, we can't say anything on that because we were told to shut the fuck up.
I didn't hear the question. Ted was talking.
What should be ported over from 3rd edition to 5th?
Oh, everything, and they just have to spend time doing it, really. But
yeah, like what's like official content? Is that what?
That's what it sounds like. Probably what specifically are you guys missing that was in 3rd edition?
Campaign settings.
Yeah, the setting specific material. And like that's the thing with them, the way they're releasing stuff now. Like I don't know, like I want an Eberron book full of Eberron goodness that's very specific to the world. I want Dark Sun that's very like I don't want an adventure thing book that like gives me little chunks and pieces of Dark Sun. I want the campaign set.
You want the box set. You want the kit and caboodle, everything.
Or at least like one solid book that like lays out like this is how you run this setting specifically.
Yeah, Eberron. That's the only thing I'm like, yeah, that's what this game needs, Eberron.
Yeah, like the feats that are going to give you access to dragon marked houses. Yeah,
that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Eberron and Dark Sun are the things that I think are far enough apart from a normal campaign setting that.
Well, also I feel like Spelljammer is good because you can slap it almost anywhere, and then the other one would be Planescape.
Well, that being said, though, like you look at what settings got some love in 3rd edition, and I think Spelljammer, other than porting some of the monsters over, there really wasn't any official supported content other than in, say, like a Dungeon or Dragon magazine, like articles and excerpts. And there was a 4th edition Dark Sun, but there was not a official 3rd edition again. That was in just magazine supplemental.
They should have planned Spelljammer and launched it at the same time as Starfinder.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. Yeah, that would be really good. Oh, you know what's so funny too? Like I saw a post. It was like maybe it was Chris Primus from Green Ronin or something like that. But he was talking about like all the Pathfinder people that talk shit about Dragonborn and all that, and then they're probably like blowing their load over the Vesk, even though like Dragonborn, they're space Dragonborn is really what it comes down to. Dragonborn in space.
Well, that's completely different.
Yeah, completely. Mine went dun 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 dun.
Yeah. So I pre-ordered Starfinder. I'm kind of excited to see what that looks like.
Yeah, it's just like the sort of just the hypocrisy of talking shit about one thing and like it's literally the same thing. Yeah.
Well, I honestly think that using the information that they have on boats and whatever have you can run as clearly you have Spelljammer without needing.
No, we can't possibly run that.
Yes,
it didn't happen.
Clearly, the games that you have run,
video or it didn't happen. All right,
there are videos. You did it.
So other than settings too, there's just like so many spells that eventually need to be ported over. You know, like like Milf's Acid Arrow and things like that.
Milf's Acid Arrow.
Yep.
Just sounds unpleasant. So Silver-Sided Squirrel asks, have you guys ever listened to Hello from the Magic Tavern?
No.
I have not. I've never heard of it.
That's a unanimous no. Question and answer.
There you go. Sure.
We'll have to check it out.
Let's see. I'm sure we got something else. in
Wheel
here.
of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the lesson that we shall learn.
Still nothing. That didn't work.
All right.
I can't believe
All right.
it.
Oh, here we go. Doug Vievek wants to know: are you guys excited about D&D Beyond? Also, thoughts on upcoming Geek and Sundry show roundtable.
We actually did a live chat on the Beyond on Monday. There's not a whole lot of information that's available just
There's
yet.
more trickling out. Like if you got the time to pour over Reddit and World, you can definitely find more stuff coming out. And there's probably even more. There's more out now than there was Monday when we did the video.
Right.
But yeah, Monday we did the live chat, and that was the topic of discussion.
I kind of going with that, I think it's cool. I think based off of the information that I've seen, leads me to believe that there's going to be more information or more content, I should say, available with Beyond. I know I plan on signing up for it. I've already signed up for the beta. There's going to be NPCs available. There's going to be magic items available, just based off of the little bit of data I've seen. So
My guess is going to be like the D&D. Was it D&D Insider or Digital Dragon Magazine or whatever it was for 4th edition, which was really cool. I think
it was just called like Character Builder, or no, DM's Toolbox or something like that.
It was a specific thing, but I had the subscription. I love the idea of an encounter builder. It does makes it a lot quicker, especially if you want to just put everything together and have it in front of you.
Plug and play.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of times now, like when I run an encounter, I got pens and pencils shoved in different pages.
Oh yeah,
and I just flip back and forth between it.
Yeah.
And this is actually, if you've got access to this, it'll alleviate the problem. What one of the people on the Facebook group for D&D 5th edition today was talking about, what do you guys do to prevent players from peeking over the DM screen to see what page you're turned to on the monster manual. So it's like, well, if you've got pages printed out, or if you've got your screen right there facing you, they can't peek over and see.
And the other thing, Roundtable, which I imagine that's the show with all of the celebrity dungeon masters. As Nerdarchy being a not insider to that, we were invited, but it's cool. I think from what I know about it, I think it's like their paywall content though, like that they're putting it in through another stream that you have to pay for a service to get access, and they're not syndicating anywhere. So
here, let me break it down for people so they understand. Nerdarchy is to Geek and Sundry what Kyle is to Nerdarchy.
Man, the dickishness just
that hurts, Dave.
Yeah, that's just like, what is he, like an ant to a human? Like, what are you doing? What the fuck? But
didn't we get mentioned on a Geek and Sundry article at one point in time?
I think it was like two.
Two of them.
So that's pretty flippin' fantastic. So yeah, no. So I think it's like Matt Colville, Matt Mercer, Matt something. No, they're not all. They're not all named
They
that.
just pick Matts.
But I think
Will
that
Santine be on that?
probably Santine will be on that.
Santine Phoenix or Phoenix Santine?
Santine Phoenix, I think, or something like that. Saltine Phoenix. I
From
believe.
I Hit It With My Axe?
Yeah, from I Hit It With My Axe. Also, I think that Adam Colville, the guy who created Dungeon World, I think he's one of the people, and maybe JP from It Me JP, I can't remember his name, his last name, but that guy.
They know who he is. Everybody knows Mirror Shades.
Yeah, like that dude from Mirror Shades, like he got his start, like he was doing early streaming content for like esports, like he was like an announcer or something like that. So he started in that space. Interesting little factoid.
And by the way, Kyle is actually awesome, by the way. We just rib him a little bit. So Scott Frega, he may even be in the comments. He's there often. Sent some cool stuff over to us. And you may even, if you're on Facebook and you're friends with him or in the NAG group, you may have seen he's been working on some arts and crafts, pretty much. Spell templates.
3D printed spell templates, so you guys can be able to use these in your game.
Yeah, so he's vending these, and so they were really cool.
He's on our thank you page over at nerdarchy.com, so you can find the link to his workshop if you
It's also down below as well.
No, it's not. We discussed it already. The description, we ran out of room. Some things had to go.
My apologies.
Yeah, it runneth over, unfortunately. So
Kyle would have got that right.
I did hear that.
Promotion.
All right, we'll change seats.
Yeah, there we go. Downgrade.
I've
and
been
promotion.
demoted.
Yeah. Promotion and down motion.
So you got anything in the comments over there?
The DMG info is actually trying to assure you guys of your position in the RPG community. He says you are the ZZ top of RPGs.
Ah, nice.
I think it's just the beards, though. I can't tell.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, actually, you could just put the beards in these seats, and everything would be fine. They wouldn't even
Oh,
notice.
we need the beard and glasses.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
from
yeah.
that dwarven ZZ Top cover band, she's got kegs and she knows how to use them. She got kegs. Yeah, that's about all you get. Check out the new Dwarven ZZ Top album dropping next year sometime.
So today we will be shooting the Mystic, and we haven't decided. Hey, we haven't shot it yet, so we can actually ask you guys: should we do that in multiple parts, or should we shoot it in one take? Because it's going to be long.
I think it should be 2 parts.
I think it should be
We're
a
gonna
minimum
do-
of 2 parts.
We're going to do a 5-part series. You're going to get 1 part every morning, Monday through Friday.
We'll call it Morning Mystics or Morning with the Mystics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have
This
your
is like another band.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a boy band, though, I think,
Yeah, maybe.
from the 90s. Yeah, so it probably will be 2 parts. You know, and if we do it in 2 parts, it'll go up Monday morning and Monday afternoon. That seems like the way to go with that.
It's 28 pages, man. That's a lot of content.
Yeah, yeah, and we're deeply disappointed because we were waiting for Nate in order to do the Mystic with him, but now he's fighting for his life right now.
The Nate is not with us.
I'm sure he'll be back to full strength next week once he devours a few souls, fills his phylactery.
Eric DeSmet actually suggests a 24/7 live stream in the Nerdarchy basement.
Oh my God,
There'd be lots of stuff of children running around and nothing happening.
Yeah, in the dark. In the dark.
Yeah.
I think I heard something. You hear Ted screaming at his kids.
Well, no, and then the camera's focused, and you have like mice playing D&D, like a little table of mice.
Every once in a while, you'll catch Ted being beat by his wife.
Yeah. Oh man, they turn this thing over, and then they're using this as the table. That would be a badass little mouse D&D table.
It would be. It would be.
Other than the fact that I have a hard time.
No, they
services.
have smaller dice, so they have plenty of rolling space. Actually,
I think he might be talking about for the miniatures and the grid.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of the rolling space for the dice.
Well, see, little known fact about mouse D&D is it only involves
That's so right.
it only.
dice tray. Wow, those are
Well,
really tiny.
no,
dice.
like little known fact about mouse D&D is all of their adventures involve mazes, and like so there's just this channel because that's how things function in mice world.
Did you say little known fact or little gnome fact?
Known, well, go known, whichever.
The gnomes would know. So it seems like the vote is unanimous, multiple parts, and we also have another unanimous vote for all of them saying Nate has to be in the video.
Yeah, good luck with that. Then we'll have to give you that video next week.
Hijacking.
So what'll wind up happening is we'll have Nate on camera next week for the live chat, and he'll kind of give some 2 cents.
Could
on
you
that.
do like a Max Headroom sort of thing, where he just like is a disembodied like head that like he records his own commentary?
Yeah.
My thing is to like do the
So
Twitch thing.
this is what I could do. Guys, this is what I can do for you. I can grab video with Nate, and what I can do is I can rip all the sound out and then make it opaque so it's like a Nate ghost, and I can just kind of like transimpose it in the video somewheres.
Yeah,
We could record it with him sitting back there.
It'll be it'll be the whole of Nate.
It's like that one scene in Star Wars where they have like the ghost people showing up. Yeah.
The Force Ghost.
Yeah, Force ghosts. Yeah.
Nate is a Force Ghost.
Yeah.
And maybe we just grab sound bites of him saying Nate things.
Well, I'm sure he said a lot about the Mystic over the years, so you got a lot of content to work from.
Well, it'll be Synox in general. Kyle is shaking his head. All right,
I'm trying to find something, which is a lot of comments about Force Ghost Nate.
Well, yeah, that's how it goes a lot of
In a
times.
bonnet. He's wearing a bonnet as his Force Ghost form too. It's got to be how that works.
I just picture his ghost going, really? Come on.
Really, guys.
Sorry, they made it a Patreon level. What were we supposed to do?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a Force Ghost and then like draw on a bonnet.
Maybe.
We can CGI in that. We can do that in post.
Yeah.
Oh.
It all has to be done in post.
Yeah, that's true.
What else is there for us to do?
Should we record convenient pauses? Oh, Nate, what do you think about this?
And then we have him saying 8 things.
Yes.
That have nothing to do with the mystic.
I'm getting kind of hungry. Nate, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Nate? Like, we're trying to talk about a legitimate conversation about the mystic here.
I really like halflings. Yeah.
None says, I'm starting a new campaign and my PCs are a bard, ranger, and sorcerer. Should I try to get one to be more of a tank class or just roll with it?
Just go with it. Go with it. Let them play what they want to play.
Design your game based on the players or the characters that you have in your game.
Yeah, so 2 social characters and a rangy ranger.
Yeah, I mean, you got there's a lot of damage potential there, and there's a lot of, and they can do a lot of interaction and face stuff. Yeah. So, like, you might run them like some kind, like a little strike force.
Yeah, they could do some covert ops stuff, and that almost sounds like the composition of the party that we got the DM 911 about. I think there's a warlock.
Yeah, it was a bard, warlock, and something else.
Yeah, maybe a rogue.
A rogue, yeah. That one was even.
That's just about the same.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, that's pretty close. So, what are we on for the time? I think we might wrap it up then.
Soon. Yeah, so we should do that thing and the statement about the thing, right?
So far, we're at 45.
Oh yeah. So the struggle is real, people. Real. So we tried doing the same giveaway twice now, and god damn it, we randomly picked from the comments, and guess what happened both times?
No one get back to us.
No one has gotten back to us. So we're going to do a third time, and we're going to have. This is going to be super complicated here. We're going to have Kyle do some kind of random scroll and point thing.
Yeah, like he's literally just going to like flick the wheel mouse and then point on the comment screen, and whatever his finger lands like on that comment, like that's
so somebody that's in the chat right now talking is going to
win our bag of Nord.
Yes. So like I guess could you be ready to copy paste? So Kyle's going to essentially message you, say, hey, you won. Could you give us your contact information?
Yeah, we're gonna ask you to
email
us.
Yeah, actually,
nerdarchy@gmail.com.
Also, get their email, so this way we can get your personal information to like send you.
No, you're not gonna put their email in the chat.
Why not? It's just their email address, and this is gonna go away. Like this chat's gonna go away. Like this chat doesn't exist.
Email us just as easily. nerdarchy@gmail.com.
So the lovely Crown Royal bag.
Yes, which includes all the critical decks from Nord Games, as well as an NPC deck. Super slick, super cool. None of it's even been opened, well, except for this one. But everything else is still in sealed cellophane packages.
Sealed for your protection.
So we're going to have Kyle scroll and close his eyes.
They're successfully flooding the chat, by the way.
So up and down.
It looks like Ed Fleming.
Oh, shit. All
Nice.
right.
Oh, no, he's moving. He won't be there.
Yeah. So Ed Fleming, I guess if you're moving soon, tell us where your new address is, or if it's within like the next, we could probably get this to you within the next 2.5 weeks.
We put it out Monday.
Yeah, I can get it shipped out on Monday.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. Plus, there's nothing to sign here, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's nothing for us to deface. So Ed, please email us.
And yeah, we'll have
and actually confirm that you see that you're the winner, Ed, before we close this chat down.
We got events, guys.
All right,
cool. All right.
So yeah, random was random. We have a picture, and like we want to make good on when we say we're going to give something away. It's just the way you.
Now here is the question, Ed. Did you comment on that video? He's getting it no matter what, but I wanted to know.
Just curiosity.
Out of curiosity, did he comment on the 30K video?
At this point, we just want to fulfill our end of giving it away.
Yes.
Yeah, but
we got to find out if we broke the deal or not, right? On live camera.
Yeah.
So.
Just lie to Ted, make him feel good. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. He's like, you guys do videos?
I was just here to troll your channel because that happens in live chats.
But isn't this the guy from Albuquerque who
It
says
is.
everything every week?
It is.
Ed Fleming did not comment on that video.
Dun, dun, dun.
She lied. Yeah. Yes, he did, and you're very pretty. Yeah.
So and we're gonna have to figure out a better way to do these contests, because it kind of sucks when we pick a name and we can't get a hold of the person to get them the prize.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do some research and and we will get better at that as well.
Yeah, but the commenting on videos, it does help other people see it because social signals is a thing with YouTube and their algorithms and magic.
And
So,
magic.
Yeah.
A big thank you again to Nord Games for sponsoring our 30K giveaway.
Hey, they did. Nord Games is getting extra exposure whenever we talk about this because we have to talk about them again to try and do the video or the giveaway yet again. So,
Well, it's kind of thing that's got to get done.
So with that, we're gonna wrap it up, guys, and we will be back on Monday at 12 noon through Friday, as well as we'll be here every weekend. I think for now we're probably doing the 2 o'clock slot for a bit until something changes. Because of Nate's schedule.
do you have a regular time that you're running the shorts? Like, is that going to be
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Is that going to be daily or is that going to be a few days a week?
Well, it's been daily so far. I'll see if I run out of them or whatever.
Okay.
As well, and if you guys have any good ones to send us, send away. So with that, until next time,
Stay nerdy.
Where'd you hide it?
I don't know. We'll never be able to exit this.
There it is.
We're
Okay.
trapped.